Newcastle 0, Crystal Palace 1, Kyle. Well,
it's just deflating because we had the chances to put them away, and I think if Rondon converted his chance, we could have went on to score maybe 2, maybe 3, you know.
Do you say it's individual brilliance from Zaha, or do you think the others just fall for the trick?
Yeah, really disappointed. I think that we did enough winning the game.
Hopefully Burnley can do us a favour next week, because
can we beat Leicester though? That's the question.
If we beat Leicester, then we've got nothing to worry about.
Video was sponsored by One Football. This video was sponsored by One Football. This video was sponsored by One Football. One Football.
Hi guys, welcome back to Newcastle Fans TV. I'm here with Kyle for the review. This video is sponsored by One Football. It'll tell you all the results of the Premier League fixtures and the FA Cup and the Championship, etc. The link will be in the description.
And League One.
Ah yes, League One. Some teams are in League One.
Fans that watch for League One too.
Newcastle 0, Crystal Palace 1, Kyle. Well, let's have a look at the starting lineup. Newcastle put Shaw back in, which was expected. Rumours about Shelby, but he didn't start. It was Hayden and Key. But were you happy?
Well, I says in the preview, mate, I wanted Shelby to start, and I wanted Manquillo to start, and I wanted Mutu to start, and none of them did. And as it turns out, the penalty towards the end, which we'll touch on later on, was a mistake of Jondre Edlin. So it's just a kick in the dick, mate. Honestly, it's just one of them. We had chances and we just didn't take them.
You talk about the chances, especially in the first half. Rondon has a couple of great chances. He has a goal disallowed for offside. I think it's rightly ruled offside as well. Crystal Palace had a couple of opportunities and had a goal disallowed themselves. It seemed a very, very even game, but we did have chances, so it's tough to take a little bit.
It is really tough to take, mate. Honestly, it's just deflating because we had the chances to put them away, and I think if Rondon converted his chance, we could have went on to score maybe 2, maybe 3, you know. But it was just so flat, mate. Honestly, really flat. We didn't look like a team that had won 5 in a row at home.
Second half, I thought we started really, really well. I thought Almiron was getting really involved. I think Perez and Rondon were linking up. And I thought, right, this is the moment. We're going to get a goal and we'll calm everything down. But I think what really disturbed us was the injury to Florian Lejeune, and it looks a nasty one. Looks like he's out for the rest of the season, maybe even the start of next season. So, what was I talking about? What was I talking about? What was I talking about? Can't believe what I talked about.
You were talking about something about Lejeune.
Oh yeah, sorry, Florian Lejeune. When his injury comes up, it seemed to like disturb the whole.
He was calling to go off before he hit the deck. I really hope it isn't his cruciate ligaments again, but I fear it will be. Which, if it is, it could put him out at Christmas. So
it's nasty, isn't it?
I'm really hoping he's okay, and I hope he gets a safe recovery.
Yeah, and then Paul Dunn was brought on, and Newcastle just it just kind of one of those games you just thought it was going to end 0-0. Both teams didn't really look like scoring, but Crystal Palace have what Newcastle don't in Wilfried Zaha, and a star player who should be playing for a top 6 team, maybe even a top 4 team. There's an argument. Drives past our defence, gets past Shaw's tackle, goes into the box, turns back in, and Yedlin falls for it and gives away the penalty. And Milivojevic scores past Dubravka. Do you say it's individual brilliance from Zaha, or do you think the others just fall for the trick?
It's a bit of both, because Zaha does that 10 times a season, gets some penalties. That Milivojevic must rub his hands at the start of every season thinking, nowadays I could get 8 to 10 goals, yeah, just on penalties alone, because he's clinical when it comes to penalties. But Zaha is brilliant at getting penalties out with referees. Like, I know earlier in the season he moaned that he didn't get enough of them. I mean,
what about Yedlin though?
I wouldn't complain if I got 10 penalties a season. But Yedlin, I called for him to be dropped, mate, after Arsenal. Poor. It pains us to say it, and I know Paul especially, who doesn't like Manquillo, but I'd have to start him. He started, Benitez took the chance and let us down, mate. It's not the first time he's let us down either. I don't want to rip into him and slate into him, but he got sent off at against Wolves at home, and again today another mistake. And it's probably one of them positions in the summer that Rafa's going to look to address, that right back, to give him either competition or go ahead of Yedlin.
Newcastle brought Shelby on, they brought Atsu on, but we again didn't really create anything. Palskip actually had a good game, Guaita, I think that's how you pronounce it. And Newcastle just struggled and didn't really do anything in the 7 minutes of injury time, and it finishes 1-0. Tough to take in general, isn't it? But Do you just think it's one of those games now where you just got to go, right, forget about it and go to the Leicester game and just go, right, that's it, forget about it quickly?
But if we play against Leicester next week, mate, we're going to be in a lot of trouble, like. But the thing is, it's quite poetic. Last season we confirmed survival at Leicester. We kind of like got to the 40-point gap against Leicester last season, so I'd love nothing more for to do it again on the Friday night, because we're going.
Newcastle Fans TV will be at the game on Friday night against Leicester. 18th
time this season, I think Lee said.
Yeah, we're doing really well.
Doing very well.
I'll tell you who isn't doing very well, and that's probably Rafa Benitez. Let's see what he had to say about that.
Yeah, really disappointed. I think that we did enough for winning the game. We had chances, we were on the front foot, we were pushing, we were regaining the ball quickly and then sustaining the attack without giving them too many chances in the counter-attack, that they were quite dangerous. And in the end, when we made a mistake, and we knew that they were dangerous, especially with Zaha, we made a mistake, and after the last 17 minutes we didn't manage the situation quite well, so then it seemed that we couldn't score, we couldn't get at least 1 point, but for 80 minutes we did well, and then we did everything for winning the game.
And we're back. We've touched about the league table. Let's just touch about the fact that Rafa Benitez has asked for a few demands from the board.
Can you blame him though?
No, you can't blame him, but what do you think he's asked for?
Transfer money to buy players. He even says after the Arsenal game we need 75 million to improve the front three. We need, I think we need 70, I don't think he'd be that drastic. I think 70, 75 million. If he was to give what he gave McLaren a couple of years ago, right, and give him the 80 million, be fine. With what Rafa's really good at bringing in players for little amounts of money, so be able to get what 3, 4, 5 players with that 80 million, and it really improve the squad, mate. Because the foundation's there for a good team. Like the difference between Wolves and us, for example, maybe
it's massive now. There were 2 years it wasn't.
Wolves have like a couple of marquee players. They've got your João Moutinho's, Jimenez, Jota. And they've got the foundation of a hard-working squad. They've got the Dohertys and the Codys and players like that can really take that. It's like they're the dog workers of that team. We've got the dog workers. We just need the quality to go with it, mate, and we can compete with the likes of Everton, Wolves, West Ham. We're just a couple of signings away, mate. Honestly,
Rafa will probably say to Charlie, "How many Newcastle players are getting to the Wolves team at the minute?"
You are.
How many Newcastle players will get into the Wolves team? I'm struggling. I don't think many will. You could argue Lejeune, you could argue Lascelles, but that's about it.
But other than that, mate, you're struggling. Like you really are. Not many will get into that Wolves team, but we're a couple of players, a couple of marquee players away from being a decent side. We really are.
Newcastle needed 1 win from 7 against Arsenal. Needed 1 win from 6 against Crystal Palace. Now it's 1 win in 5. The games are running out. We've got Leicester, Southampton, Brighton, Liverpool, Fulham. 1 more win again. Will it come on Friday night?
Hopefully Burnley can do us a favour next week. Because
can we beat Leicester though? That's the question.
If we beat Leicester, then we've got nothing to worry about. But you know, it's one of them. Leicester are playing really well at home at the minute since Rodgers took over. They've been winning games at home, which earlier in the season they weren't. They were getting beat off the likes of Cardiff and that at home. So you know, it's going to be hard. But if we play like we have been at home the previous 5 games other than this one, we'll be okay. But you never know with Newcastle, mate. It's always a roller coaster. They always drag it over the line, they always take the piss, they always make us wait. So you know, they'll make us wait as long as possible. Probably last day of the season we'll need to win at Fulham, and we'll stay up that way. But you know, it's Newcastle, isn't it?
Get your comments below. Do you agree with me and Kyle? Do you think that Newcastle still need 1 more win? Do they need a bit more? Do you think you can get anything from the game against Leicester? And in terms of the game against Crystal Palace, who's your man of the match? Mine was probably following the gym before he got taken off. Maybe Almiron was probably up there as well. Like and subscribe to Newcastle Fans TV, and we'll see you at the Leicester game on Friday.
Are you ready? You're listening to Anyone FM Rewind.
Right, and that's the review and the player ratings wrapped up. Why are we together? Because we've got the show on Monday. Please tune in. Rob, what's happening on Monday?
We'll be talking about the match and other matters relating to Newcastle United and a brief overview of the North East teams.
Please give us a ring, the number's on screen, and drop us a text. Join in the conversation. Johnny's making his debut. We're talking about Almiron's performance, how we're safe. There'll be a couple of off-the-field topics as well. You're looking forward to it?
Yeah, really, really good. I think it should be something that everyone needs to be involved in. If you can text, ring, we're not afraid to ask that most of the big questions. So get involved.
See you Monday.
You're listening to Anyone FM Rewind.